Hey, so in this video, I wanted to talk about a strategy that people are using on Etsy, and that's to undercut everybody and underprice everybody. And I went to Google and I'm like, what do other people think about this? And I found some answers. So I thought I'd go through it real quick in a video just to explain what's happening and kind of what I think about it, and then let me know what you think about it in the comments. So this is, by the way, Reddit has a really good one called r/Etsy sellers. You should be in there if you're not in there. There's a ton of Etsy sellers in here, which is really good. So it says 200 sellers are underpriced. Please stop. As someone who's been selling in the industry I'm in for nearly a decade, I know what materials cost, pricing for individual and wholesale overseas bulk, and I know you're selling at basically a loss right now. You're undercutting everyone and making your own industry look cheap. Please, for all that is holy and guacamole, stop. So I'm like, you know what? I get it. I love that. It's true, what they say, but there are other things too. So let's take some opinions on this. So that means it's an oversaturation part of the market, oversaturated part, and they won't be in business for too long. Same thing happens in all sorts of industries. Well, yes and no. It could just be a strategy they're using too, because you see a lot of this on Amazon, and now it's trickling over onto Etsy more and more. And this too, I do notice a lot of new shops will sell at break even just to get sales and reviews to get that jump start. And that is the basic strategy that I see a lot of people using. Where, if you think about it, me coming from the paid ads world, where I used to run like Facebook ads to T-shirts and Facebook ads to necklaces, after all my costs and everything, my margins were so small anyway that I had to do a lot of volume to make any significant amount of profit. On Etsy, I don't have to run ads because there's over 90 million buyers on there. So if I take the mindset of I'm going for a volume approach, the best way to do volume on Etsy is to have low cost products. And I know it ticks off people, and other sellers are like, there's a ton of examples. I'll just go to one here. If you go to Etsy and type in like, let's do a custom coffee mug. There's one seller here who's doing them for so cheap, it's freaking nuts. Even this, right? $6.49 for a personalized mug. So how are they making money, right? Like how the heck are they doing it? So I don't know if they have. Well, yeah, they have different upsells here, different types of mugs, and they have design layouts. That's fine. But you're like, how can this shop, Silver Wolf Events Limited, make money on that when it's at $6.49? Even so, you scroll down, you look at the shipping. Even their shipping is not much at all, $2.59. So this shop is playing the volume game, and I don't know. It looks like they're relatively new, with 378 sales on that one, and it's their best seller. So I'm thinking what they're doing is they bought a whole bunch of mugs in bulk, and they're just like, I'm going to use this as my loss leader to get sales so I can sell all my other ones. Like, oh man, that's pretty close to Nike. I'd be careful. Well, that is. See, that's not good. that's really bad. That's going to get them in trouble. But the shop took the approach of, I'm just going to have loss leaders, because there's no way that at $6.47 with $2.59 shipping that they're making any profit on this mug. Even if they're doing it themselves, sometimes they don't factor in the time that it takes for them to do all these. So yeah, that's what they're doing in that case. There's other ones too that I think I found one that was even cheaper on the coffee mug side. There's one $7.34, $9.05. Even $9.05, you're not making money on a mug at $9.05. $7.75, $6.95, $11.60, getting a bit more realistic, but still pretty low. There's one that's more realistic. Even at $13.59 with a print-on-demand supplier, you're not making any money on that mug. $10.29, no way. There's one, $19.29. She might be making some money on that. But you can see that there's so many that have prices that are so low. It's insane. Let's sort by lowest price. That would be the easiest way. Now, I don't know why it does ship to United Kingdom, because I don't care about that, but the cheapest one is not even mugs. Why are these coming up for mugs? There's one. Grandma established 2023, 20 cents. 20 cents? Wow, $6.95. So I would say that the people that are doing this are just like, either they bought a bunch of inventory and they're exiting the business, or they are just trying to get a bunch of sales to boost their rank in the algorithm. Because part of you getting seen on Etsy, a big part of it, is the number of sales that you have on your shop. If you don't have very many, you got to do something. So yeah, you can run sales, which is awesome. You can undercut people, which is horrible to the other sellers, but good for you. But you're now running like a loss leader. And there's a couple of other things here. Some people are saying like I make a tenth of sales of some of my competitors, but my prices are much higher, so I almost make them the same as them and only have to ship 10 items instead of 100. Time is money too. Yeah, that's the other thing. Time is money, right? That's annoying, but if you got good, unique products, people will spend the money. And just because your market is saturated doesn't mean you can't stand out with a unique twist. There you go. That's true. The problem we see is that we're pretty unique, and then someone ripped us off and undercuts us to the point that they aren't making any money. Yeah, so that'll happen too. People with all these spy tools, which are a blessing and the worst thing ever to happen to Etsy, people are spying so much that you're getting a lot of regurgitation of the exact same thing over and over and over. And I've seen this in another market segment that I've been in for years, the jewelry and message card segment, where they all look the same at this point. And now it's getting to the Amazon undercut point where people are just lowering their prices less and less. Now, the print-on-demand suppliers of like message cards don't care because they make their base cost no matter how little profit margin you make. But you as a seller should care because everybody dropping their prices just lowers the value of the industry as a whole. So you got to be careful with this stuff. It's Amazon's been doing this for years, and it gets to the point where some of the sellers are actually losing money and they don't care because they're making money on other areas. You could justify this by saying, okay, I'm going to lose money on this product, but I'm also building up my email list. And you can attach like Aweber to Etsy, and they do have to double opt in, but still, you could do that. Sticker sellers, and they're selling stickers for $2. People selling print-on-demand shirts for $12. They're not making money. People need to realize that I print shirts in-house, and I retail them for $25 and they sell. But if I listed them at $12, they would sell really good, but it wouldn't be worth my time. So that's a dilemma that a lot of people are having. I could do that too, but am I going to? So I don't know. Yeah, I've seen stickers too. Here's somebody, I make my own stickers, so I have fairly low overhead on supplies. But for people who are manufacturing them, they can have higher costs. If you're charging $2 for a sticker and it costs 50 cents to make, ship with Etsy letter mail labels, 63 cents, offering free shipping to the customer so they don't pay that, you're looking at 23 cents profit. At $2.50, that's 68 cents pure profit. If the label gets stuck in pre-transit, okay, so there's an expert like sticker seller saying they can make money, but just not much. Taxes, they'd be negative, yeah. Well, they won't be negative with taxes, but they'll be even less. So paid shipping, badly needs stickers, more sticker stuff. Stickers, did you look at the POD print-on-demand shirt for $12? The ones I've seen are usually the youth or toddler small shirt and often sold out. I guess it worked because it got me to look. Oh yeah, that's another thing. With this this undercutting thing, one of the Etsy hacks is to put a low-cost thing. So if we go here, funny t-shirt, I don't know if it'll come up under this, but so there's one like 1034, right? Let's just check this out. And then when you go to the size, oh, they're not even doing it. Damn. Usually they have a size or a style, and they'll put like a baby onesie in here, and it'll show us like 934. Gaslighting is not real. You're just crazy. Oh, that's funny. 1288, 1105. Let's check. Oh, 8 here. Here's one. Now 824. So then you go to, yeah. So what they did, it's not the Etsy hack, but it's how Etsy does things. If you have variants, and that one is 824, so I scroll down to the bottom, and there it is, baby bodysuit, which is a onesie, but they can't use the term onesie because Gerber has a trademark. So the baby, I'll call it a onesie, 3 to 6 months is $8.24. So Etsy shows that on the search results right here as $8.24 for that shirt. So it's bait and switch because this is not what you're buying. If it were $8.24, they should be showing the onesie here. So you click it and then you go, okay, oh, this is awesome. Oh, wait a minute. I need a 2X adult. Well, crap, now I'm at 1705. Even that's pretty low, honestly, but look at the shipping too. They get you. So this seller's really sticking it to the buyers. They got you in there with the little onesie thing, and then they tacked on $17.99 to ship. Why are you delivering to United Kingdom? I'm not in the United Kingdom. Let's go United States. Let's go 90210. So that's the only one I know. Now it's free shipping to the US. Okay, that makes more sense. So even at $17.05 for that adult unisex shirt, they're not really making much. If they have a whole bunch of blanks, that's fine. But then you've got the labor costs, which I don't think they seem to factor into this. Now, mind you, it's a volume thing, right? So this shop is making up for that with volume. And anytime you see that, are all their shirts that cheap? Yeah, they're doing it on everything. $7.49 on everything. So they're getting buyers to click it, they're getting buyers to pick their size, and then the buyer goes, oh man, the price is not what they showed me, but I really like it, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it anyway. And apparently they are. Let's just do a quick analytics on this shop. I want to see how old it is. Ooh, they got a lot of new ones too. So the shop is 30 months old, and they're doing pretty well then. But there you go. So, just going back here. Two sellers who are underpriced. I get why it would upset other Etsy sellers. I also get why people do it. If you're doing it and using it as a strategy to boost your sales short term, to get kind of seen on the Etsy algorithm, that's a strategy. It's one way. I mean, if you're going to tick off your competition, my thoughts are, who cares? Because it's your competition. Personally, I'm not there to make their life easier. I'm there to take sales from them. That's my opinion of competition. But I'm a very competitive person. So if I see somebody doing this and they're successful, then I'm going to say, oh, okay, well, two can play that game. Let's go for it. And then if I have one lost leader on my shop that's doing really well and it's boosting my Etsy sales, and now I've got people where I can message them, I can email them, I get shown better. My other products get shown more in the Etsy shop, my higher profit margin ones. You know what? It's something, I hate to do it, but I think you have to. So there's really, the only other way around this is to have super unique products. And on Etsy, unfortunately, I don't think unique is where everybody's going. They're just, like I said, they're making copies of everybody else, and you start to see the same thing happening all the time. And then it is a race to the bottom, and it can get dangerous because, I mean, after a while, everybody who's doing the race to the bottom, they hit the bottom. And then they're like, this isn't worth it, and then they move on to the next thing. So we've seen it on Amazon, we've seen it in the print-on-demand world. I've seen it everywhere, where the race to the bottom usually results in, it actually lessens your competition, because they might do it for a while, and then they'll quit, because it's not worth their time. So that can be a good thing, because less competition means you make more money. So there's also the argument for having minimum costs for products. And if everybody agreed and everybody actually did it and it was enforced, it would work. But that would have to be at the platform level, where Etsy says, okay, if it's this t-shirt, it's got to be $20 minimum. If it's this hoodie, it's got to be like $40 minimum. If it's this message card, it's got to be like $60 minimum. If they did that, yeah, it would 100% work, but they won't do it because Etsy makes their fees on volume too, so they don't care. So it's the same with the print-on-demand supplier. They don't care what you make. They only care that they got the sale. Because if you think about it, and I keep using message cards because those guys are notorious for this. They'll say to you, like, go run ads to a message card, and then you'll make sales, and then the key is, though, like, I'll show you here. to my wife. So these are message cards. So the companies will say like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, 42, 46 is fine. 39, like the prices are just dropping on these message cards. 32. This, I think this guy took it to an extreme. If this is the store I'm thinking of. Now it's a bestseller, right? Oh no, I don't think this was the one. Oh yeah, they're undercutting everybody on the pricing. 25.87. I can tell you they're hardly maybe $1 or $2 profit tops on that. After shipping, they might be breaking even. And I think this shop is taking the strategy of just undercut everybody and get the sales up. And then so they could even run this even at break even. You could run it at low costs. And then after you get your sales up, which are at what 610, which looks good, right, for a new shop, but they're either losing money or breaking even to do it. 25.87 for one of these is too low from a profit point of view. It's just not going to work. So I think the shop is doing the undercut thing, and so the supplier of this. Well, I know the supplier of this, and then I know the cost of this, and I know the price of this. And I know they're not making money on this. So that's what we're going to see more and more. And I guess people, if they can undercut and survive to get to the point where they can raise their prices because they're an established shop, then that'll work. So it is one way. Is it the best way? I don't know. So to the sellers who underprice, it's a risky strategy. You're going to tick off a lot of your competition, but I mean, it's your competition, so who cares? You're also going to get sales, but you might lose money or break even to do it. So how long can you continue that for? Who knows? But so, I mean, to the sellers who are underpriced, it's a debate. Let me know what you think in the comments. I gave you my opinion on it. It is a strategy. Is it the best one? I don't know. Would I use it? I don't know. Possibly. If I were starting up a new shop and I was trying to compete with a shop with like 25,000 sales, desperate times call for desperate measures in my mind. So maybe I would have to do this. Maybe I'd have to implement this. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts. What do you think? To the sellers who are underpriced, let them know. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.